Hello and welcome everyone to this month's episode of Aliens. Because, it's cool and we enjoy it. So, yeah, we didn't have one last month because the world is crazy and schedules just weren't working out. So, this month I'm happy to announce that we have two episodes of Aliens coming at you. One this week, aka tonight, aka now. One 2 weeks from now. So it's gonna be great. Let's go around. Let's see who we've got here playing with us today, having super fun, happy, go lucky, carefree alien fun times. I'm McKeelson. I'm also Lindy, and I'll be playing the captain slash medic question mark today. Everyone's safe when they're with me. No need to fear. The healer is here. We also have someone who's very skeptical of all the statements I just said. Our special investigator, Deception Check. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm Hank Granger. I hunt skin jobs and run from aliens. I prefer to do both of those at the same time, so I'm in the right place.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, I have a feeling we'll have to be running from some aliens tonight. Someone who prefers to fight, not flight, would be Shiny Pilot. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Gonna play Blaze. Gonna be hopefully not dying tonight. But who knows? We may. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yep.
Blaze, he's a Marine. He's career. Let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Hopefully that career won't be cut short. Someone who's had a very long career, and who knows what, would be our synthetic tonight, Violet Nugatosaurus. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's Aliens Night, which is always a good thing. Hi, I'm Nugatosaurus. I'm playing Violet, the synthetic human who, just had kind of a heart-to-heart with Hank. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens indeed. Someone who's always there to see what happens would be D20 Coup de Grace.
Yes, that is me. I'll be playing Corporal Red Brewer tonight. He's really just wanting to get back into that hyper or stasis sleep.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like it's going to happen for quite a while.
I think all of us would be happy for that at this point. But hopefully that's the next sleep that comes for us and not the deep sleep, the perma sleep, the dirt nap. Someone who has threatened us who said he's gonna make his best or do his best to try and make that happen would be our GM for this evening, which I find incredibly rude, for one. Number two, he has to remember who's DMing him on Monday. That's all I'm gonna say. Producer Trav, how are you tonight?
Don't threaten me, Lindy. I'm not scared of you. Hi, how's it going? Things I say on other tabletop streaming Twitch channels do not necessarily reflect. Fuck it. You're all dead. All right, here's the thing. I love this. I'm ready to rock. I'm producer Trav. And, man, that's all you need to know. I'm ready to get into this. A beautiful planet floating in space. It's planet LV-310, which is just off the arm of Theta Reticuli. It's gorgeous. Flowing waterfalls, lush greenery, beautiful plains, towering mountains. And at the foot of one of these mountains is a research station known as Facility 292, shorthand among the scientists who used to staff it is the zoo. Above it, a ship is slowly coming around in its orbit. This is the USS Remington. I have to give a hug goodnight. Here we go. I'm saying goodnight.
I believe that's the only good night we get.
That's my little alien right there. Gotta put the alien to bed. All right, here we go. The USS Remington, which is a Bougainville class freighter just being used at this time as a troop transport. It's a very modular piece of company equipment. It's owned by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation and brought these particular troops, this particular crew, to LV-310. However, it's been empty, floating in space. You get that long, slow shot of empty halls, the steady hum of a low, thrumming engine as it cruises along in its orbit. And then, near the loading dock, lights turn on. The umbilical begins to extract, not retract, extend. There you go. Slowly, outside of the ship. A small shuttle docks. Codes are entered and accepted, and a lone figure steps out of the shuttle, walks down this long gray-blue hallway coming out of the loading bay. He's in a gray jumpsuit, and he's wearing Reebok high tops. They're white and red. He slowly makes his way to the bridge. He begins to push switches, bring the sensors online, check navigation, make sure they're going back over the zoo, see how far away they are. And out the window, he can see the ship that he left, the USS Edmund Fitzgerald, as it turns into a massive fireball and begins to be pulled down by the gravity of LV-310, burning up all over again as it enters the atmosphere. As far as he knows, he is the only survivor of the Edmund Fitzgerald. He walks over to the comms and begins to peruse the logs of the previous communication made by the crew of the USS Remington. Meanwhile, down on the planet, in front of the zoo, it's dark. It's late. There's a ship parked in front of this facility. But you can't see it because it's cloaked by alien technology. Just a few yards away from it is a completely blasted out biosphere, nuked by the Remington months and months and months ago, the first time they were here. But a lot's happened since then. They discovered the true identity of Dr. Philip Jeffries, who, using Yautja cloaking technology, cloaked and disappeared into the night, telling the synthetic Violet that he would see her at Site B, which is a location we're learning more and more about by the moment. Violet, you're standing out in the night. Jeffries is gone. You can hear the chirping of the wildlife. And way off in the distance are 4 V-shaped snakes standing perfectly still at the tree line, motionless in the night. You're alone. What do you do?
Can I look up in the sky and check on the other ship, not the Remington, but the other one? Where is it at? And
yes. It is coming out of the atmosphere. You can into the atmosphere, and you can see a bright white orange light. This was a science vessel, and so who knows what chemical components, samples. We weren't sure why it was here, other than to keep an eye on what you guys were doing. And so it is tumbling to Earth, but it is inside the atmosphere and burning up.
And it's not going to land on us. We did determine that.
Yes.
It's not. It's going to land. I remember it saying it was going to land 7 or 8 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that you had calculated that.
Yes. So then that's not an immediate threat. So I was able to get my I'm able to transmit like signals and stuff, right? Because I've been communicating with the Remington.
You are. In the previous episode, Violet realized that in order to communicate with the Remington, she would need an antenna that had previously been destroyed. And then she realized that she is the antenna. So yes, you have been communicating with the Remington, and my recollection was that you know that it's about 45 minutes away.
Yes, correct. Do I know if I can communicate with Site B, or at least send a message out?
You can try.
I would like to try.
You want to roll me a contact check?
Absolutely. Now that I've actually leveled it up.
To what, 25? Oh,
I have 12.
That's a shitload. Okay.
12 dice.
2 successes. Let's check really quick, and maybe you can beat me there on the stunts for contact, because I think you get to ask me like a question or something like that. Let's check really quick.
Well, I'm not wearing my glasses, so.
Gentle viewer. Oh.
I
thought you meant your visor.
No.
Like,
my
yes,
actual.
I'm actually
my actual
blind.
glasses. Yeah. So you'll probably be able to find it before I.
Okay, so you can gain a +1 to a later skill roll relating to this one. That's kind of cool. You don't need to roll to overcome the exact same challenge in the future. That's kind of cool. You do it quickly. You get unexpected information. I'd like you to pick one of those first. I'll let you pick.
Can I go with the second one? Being able to communicate with the site without having to, or at least send a message without having to make a roll.
Okay.
I'm just going to. It's pretty quiet out here, right? I don't have to worry about like noise pollution in my message kind of thing.
It's so quiet out here.
Like creepily quiet. Oh no.
Eerily quiet out here.
Oh no. Okay. Then I am just going to it'll just be super quick. Just Dr. Iris, I've received your message and I'm on my way. Violet. That's it. And then I'm gonna head inside.
You head inside. You see a bunch of people standing around. There's a lot of tension in the air as you read the room. McKeelson, Brewer, Blaze, Granger, and my favorite NPCs, Heston, Watson, and Kennedy, the Bravo Squad, are all standing around. People are bumming cigarettes off each other, and Violet, when you walk in, there's an uncomfortable silence in the room.
Is everything okay?
We're stuck on a planet with more than one type of alien.
Let me rephrase. Is everything okay within the context of our situation?
It's coming up roses.
Game over, man. Game over.
I think that's anything okay about the situation we are in.
You're not wrong, Brewer. The Remington will be here in 45 minutes, so
Fantastic.
we just have to...
Now, are we getting Granger's ship off the Remington so we don't have to land the whole bloody vessel? The big ship.
I didn't intend to land the Remington. I think that's a big risk, especially what's running around on this. I don't think it can. We can't land.
So you
it,
can't.
Yeah.
You cannot bring a Bougainville class. It'd be like bringing the Sulaco and landing it. It actually can't land. So you would bring a drop ship down.
Okay.
So question for the refresher: did we see the alien vessel that dropped off the 2 predators? Or did it?
Well, it's cloaked, but we know it's
Yeah.
there.
Well, I know, but I was wondering, did we ever shoot it down, or that was our
No.
dropship that got shot down?
Yes.
We
It
got
was
shot
your
down.
dropship that got shut down
Yeah,
by
so
a
I
It was
was
technically
like,
the
okay, we
Edmund
didn't put any in there for
Fitzgerald's
that one.
dropship that got shot down.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
We still have
That's right.
ours.
And yeah, everyone knows that there's a cloaked predator craft in the front yard of the zoo right now.
Yep.
It's just on the front lawn. It's fine.
And
We don't-
3 of them
we
in the
We
basement.
try not to think about the predators in the basement or their car parked on the front lawn. It's fine. We didn't need that grass anyway.
As long as they're not here to kill us. Whatever.
So far, so good, but wouldn't push our luck. Alright, we got to get everyone ready to move. I don't think it's gonna be safe here for much longer. I mean, not that it's safe now, but
Well, there are currently 4, at least, of those snake things outside, so
great, great.
there's that.
But they're not approaching. You think they can see their ship? I kind of gestured down and then towards where the ship is.
Who
I
knows?
think maybe they know and they're like, oh no, we don't want to fight those guys.
Now, I have all of Dr. Jeffrey's data on the xenomorphs.
That's right.
Do I know how like they see and everything? Is it like a heat thing? Is it
It's a great question. I think that the best Jeffries was able to conclude was that they actually perceive the area around them omnidirectionally with the shape of their head being because it's like a giant curved eyeball going all the way back to the back of their head, and somewhere between a bat's sonar and extremely complex biological sensor array, the best he had tested them and done behavioral tests in the biosphere where he basically was able to get their attention from all directions, and in monitoring them concluded that they perceive sight and sound omnidirectionally.
okay? So it's safe to assume that they can see the ship. Because if it's sight and sound, they can probably hear it.
Which ship?
The predator
The
ship.
predator ship.
The Oucha ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, these creatures see through sight and sound using their dome. So
So they don't have eyes. I mean, I don't want to get close enough to look, but they just kind of like dolphins or something.
more like bats,
Bats?
but yeah.
Alright?
So
Great.
it's safe to say that they know that that
So,
ship is there.
They don't have a blind spot either, is what you're saying.
As far as I'm aware, as far as Dr. Jeffries found.
Alright, that's great. That's just what I wanted to hear.
So my assumption, now this is just an assumption, is that they have not approached because they can see that Yautja ship.
And
They're
they,
probably well aware that the Yautja are here.
and the Yautja hunt them, so they don't want to approach. As long as their ship's there, we're probably alright.
That is just a guess. I don't know.
I'm going to cling to this guess as a little beacon of hope for now. And hope that that ship is still there when our ship gets down in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your comms buzz. The radio, everyone's radio squeaks. This is Coleman. I'm in Bed Bay. Chow's awake.
Oh, great. Let's check on Joe. Check on Joe. Great. Sweet.
Blaze and Brewer. What does McKeelson do now? What does she do?
Take a swig from the cup she's got, which is probably really shitty marine coffee with a little bit of scotch or whiskey in it, and then heads towards the med bay.
The MRE
Okay.
coffee.
Yeah.
Keelson, as you cross Lab 1, you see Coleman with his foot up against the doorway of the outside of Medbay. And he's smoking a cigarette and shoots you a dirty look as you walk by. And then stubs it out. And then turns around and starts walking down this south hallway.
Careful down there.
He doesn't say anything. And he keeps walking.
See, it's not my fault. I warned him. I warned him.
You head into medical and you see the Chow is mashing the nurse call button on her med bed.
Yep. Alright, Chow. You're awake. You're good.
What the fuck? The fuck is everybody?
Well, you crash landed onto the planet, and we're all stuck here. It may not have been the best bedside manner. How are you feeling? Are you okay? You had a lot of bleeding, like a lot of it. A whole tube of super glue.
I can't move my leg. Is my leg broken?
Yes.
It fucking hurts.
It's in a
I hurt all over.
You were in a very bad crash. Granger just barely managed to get you out before you were eaten by aliens.
What hit the ship? What hit us? What the
Clo-
hell was that?
They're called Yautja. Yautji. Ouch. Oucha.
Oucha?
Yautja?
All
I
right.
think. Don't quote me on it.
She starts to massage her temples. She's like, can I just get something
They
to eat?
hunt
I'm
the
fucking
aliens
starving.
that have been trying to murder us. Yeah, we got some rations around here, and I'll open an MRE.
Oh, God. And as you peel open...
You gotta shake it first.
You gotta shake them to get that heat pack going.
Yeah.
So back in Lab 2,
Hope you're hungry
which
for
is a...
pork and beans. Mmm.
Oh, God, I've had that one. I hate the pork and beans. They don't have the...
It's got the good dessert though.
Oh, but that's the one with the creamed corn. I hate that. Just
It's got the chocolate.
God, my
covered
leg
animal
hurts. And
cookies.
morphine. Did freaking Yautja bring morphine?
You've had a lot of it already, but you're probably due for another dose soon. Here.
So as you work on Chow, she spits and cusses and chews her MRE cream corn. Violet, Granger, you're looking at each other from across the room, and you notice the Marines, at least Bravo Company, are a little restless, and they're all kind of looking at one another. And Heston goes, I gotta take a leak. Because he's Walter Brennan from Rio Bravo, for the folks. Okay. And he walks by ma'am, and passes by you, Violet, and goes through the north doors. Granger and Violet. Granger, your personal communicator wakes up. And there's a transmission.
Granger was kind of leaning up against the wall, watching everybody, and kind of just like doing basic maintenance on his PKD. So he's had it out, and he was making sure it's loaded, it's charged, cleaned it, sees that, so he kind of puts it away, just keep an eye on Violet, and pulls out his communicator.
Violet, you're at the same moment, to be clear, the same moment, you're receiving a communication from the Remington. And Blaze, Brewer, they may not betray it, but Granger and Violet are kind of doing their thing, looking at each other, and Heston's left the room, and Watson's left the room, and Kennedy is looking at the two of you, and Heston, who, by the way, is Animal from the Muppets, and it's just, and they're all looking, and he's like, kind of like his hands shaking while he's smoking a cigarette, and Kennedy's like, looking at Violet and looking at Granger, and then looks at you, Blaze, kind of walks up to you and is like, "Can I talk to you outside?"
Blaze will kind of stand up a little bit straighter and be like, "Sure,
You too, Brewer.
lead the way."
All right.
She heads out the north lock, and Heston turns to the left. And it's just his chin turns, and then his shoulders turn, and he slowly lopes out of north lock. Violet, Granger, you hear a familiar voice. This is the USS Remington, attempting to contact Weyland-Yutani Crew Synthetic Violet 9. Do you copy?
Yes.
Good evening.
Hi.
I am Gabriel,
Oh.
and I've been dispatched by Commander Burkhalter to assist you. I am alone aboard the Remington. I came here aboard a shuttle from the Edmund Fitzgerald. I am under orders to fall in under the command of Captain McKeelson and provide logistical assistance, navigation, requisition of materials, and be your point of contact aboard the Remington during the remainder of your mission. The Edmund Fitzgerald loaded a great deal of specialized equipment aboard the Remington while in orbit, under the assumption that Mission Command would be moved to the Remington, and the Edmund Fitzgerald would be reassigned. Major Burkhalter gave me specific instructions to see to it that you had what you needed to continue your mission. I am at your disposal.
Okay. What happened to the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Contamination. Specimens were brought aboard. Med lab was contaminated. I had already been dispatched. I'm unsure as to what specifically destroyed the ship.
Okay. Stand by. I'll get back to you.
Standing by. And then he clicks off the comms, and the camera pulls back to see that this is Gabriel.
Like
He looks,
Leonard.
he's played by Michael Fassbender.
God damn it.
He looks just like Leonard. He is a David 9. You're a Violet. Let me get this right. You're a Violet 7, and he's a David 9. If I remember.
Violet 6.
You're a Violet 6.
Yep.
And the actual David is a David 8, and these are David 9s. Anyway, it's fun. So Granger, you heard all that.
Just put my communicator back in my pocket. Take out my antique Zippo. It's just kind of like flicking it. Just flicking it kind of nervously. So what you get an email too?
Yeah. I got a message, not an email.
I got just a quick blurb from family. Nothing big.
Can I insight check that? Is there like an insight check in this?
Good question. Let's see.
You're like
Something like that, right?
observation or empathy or something.
Yeah, give me a... Well, I think Granger should make a manipulation check to try to get Violet, to try to throw Violet off.
Really? Just I'm not manipulating her. I'm just...
Are you not?
I'm misstating the facts of what was on my comm.
Okay, then roll empathy, Violet.
Oh
I think you have to actually manually roll that.
Yeah.
God, how do I do that? Okay.
I would just put 4. Here, I'm gonna put 4 in command, and I'm gonna roll it for you.
Okay. Nope, nothing.
Seems legit.
Okay. Like, I didn't realize you had family.
It's grandkids of an old family member. I've been around a while. Only living member that they know. They check in with me from time to time. Nothing big. It's been 3 months since this was sent. It finally routed through. I guess the Remington is in close enough so my shuttle can connect with my communicator. Or something happened. I'm not sure what it was. It just popped in.
Interesting.
Not really.
Okay. So what's up with those Marines? Like, they're all gone now, right? It's just Hank and I in this, Granger and I.
I think so.
Yeah, they all stepped out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm like, they all left.
Yeah, well, while
Blaze
you were
and
outside, they I kind of let them know that this was a suicide mission. I mean, I thought it was fair
God.
for everyone to know, and they didn't take it all that well. And
Of
they
course
might
not.
have figured out that McHughlson really isn't captain material, so that might be bugging them a bit too.
She's an excellent captain. Thank you very much. She's kept us alive this far.
I don't know that her direct actions have had any results in our survival at this point in time, except for maybe for Chow. She's done a very good job with Chow. I'm
She's-
kind of surprised.
She killed like 2 aliens.
So's everyone else.
No, not directly.
I think when you're fighting these particular combatants, everyone is taking part.
Sure.
I mean, if you'd like to take the next one on your own, we can all stand back and watch, and then you could say you did it. But I think this is a team effort right now, and I'd just rather survive and not argue about who gets the kill and who doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But to answer your question, that's all. They're just a little upset about the chain of command and the fact that they're probably all going to die here with the rest of us.
Meanwhile, outside, Blaze, Brewer, Kennedy, Heston, and Watson kind of standing out in the dark in Bay 2, which is a mostly enclosed cave-like loading bay. A lot of damaged random equipment and a dead alien corpse in the corner. Sunken into the floor, what the fuck. And Kennedy kind of kicks the dirt and lights a cigarette and looks at all of you and then looks at Watson, who's standing over there going,
What's the deal, guys?
Kennedy's like, Watson, leave your radio on. And then she turns hers off. She tilts her chin at the two of you.
Click.
Yeah, he'll pop his real quick. He's kind of on edge though. Blaze would be a little bit like, okay, what's going on? He's a little on edge, but he's not suspecting anything bad per se. Just they want to talk.
See Watson zip up his pants, cinch him up. Comes back around. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Turns off his radio. They kind of turn, Kennedy kind of does this, and they shall group up. She looks at you, Blaze, and she goes, what the fuck was that?
What?
Coleman. Blowing up.
Stress.
Did you guys know that the company sent us here,
what they do. Isn't that who we are? What we're paid to do is die for them, right?
She shoots a glance over at Watson, and he nods his head at her, and she looks at the two of you. You're goddamn right, Brewer. I like this job. I like killing bugs. I want to keep doing it. We just wanted to get you guys outside, make sure we were all on the same page, that if Coleman, makes us turn on the captain, Heston and I, we ain't doing it.
Let's stick with our own.
Yeah. Watson, you keeping up with all this? Our own. I gotta pee.
Hey, Watson, you better take it easy on that coffee. I hear it's a diuretic.
Heads off with his pulling his pants down as he's walking like a 4-year-old.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I lost the name because it's hard to see it on the characters
Heston's
there.
the crazy one.
No, who's the one that's doing the main talking that we're chatting with?
Kennedy.
Kennedy. Okay. Blaze would just kind of look at Kennedy and be like, so, you expecting anything bad to go down on this? You get any weird feelings?
You didn't see the basement.
No, I didn't. What did you see?
What the hell's down there?
It was a massive underground lab. There were tubes. In one of the tubes was a giant naked dude. Dick hanging out and everything.
Just a dude? He wasn't like disfigured?
No, not a normal dude. Like a 8 or 9, maybe 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall, pale. A weird Roman nose.
You're talking like one of those like bioengineered shits they talk about?
Bigger. I've never seen anything like it. Floating. And then down was another tube with one of those things in it. Except not like the ones you guys are describing that you saw outside that are like snakes. It's the ones that came in. The ones that came into the lab. The ones that killed Lasso.
Point at the hole.
Yeah, like that one. The big ones.
They're breeding these things down there?
Doing something. That's why those big bastards went down there. They hunt them.
This whole damn facility and planet's doing something. I mean, obviously, but it's not something normal. Not something. Something's pulling strings here. Something more important with more money involved than what we've probably ever seen before. And if we get off this planet, what I'm getting at is what we know and what we see. You may want to keep that to yourself. Judging by what you just told me, what you saw down there, life may be forfeit once we get off. I'd keep it kind of quiet.
What about you, Brewer? You gonna keep quiet too?
Keep quiet about this place? I got nothing to say.
You guys like scotch?
I haven't tried one yet that I didn't.
Pulls a flask out of her. Pulls like a magnum ass flask out of her like
This is why
belt.
she's
You
my
know, one of
girlfriend.
those. One of those
It's like that big.
big guy. She's like, I don't have cups. She like hits it and without looking hands it to Brewer.
Pass around time.
And as
Wait,
Watson pulls up his pants,
We all get Corona.
the five of you share a drink in the dark.
I think while they're in the dark, Blaze and Brewer and the Marines and all of them would probably just be kind of bullshitting about the events that have happened, what to expect, equipment checks, maybe kind of thoughts on what we're going to have to do next, you know, stuff like that.
So I want some time to pass here, right? McKeelson's in medbay with Chow.
Mm-hmm.
They've set the leg. Painkillers. Why don't you do a med? Give me a medicine check there,
I get a
McKeelson.
bonus for the med bay. What is
You
that
do.
bonus again? Let me just... Does it say?
So I think it's 2.
I think so. That sounds close enough. Let me...
here we go. The auto doc. It's a medic. It's a essentially a permanent resistance. It's the auto doc can be programmed. I'm giving you a +2.
Okay. +2. That's 4 successes.
Okay. Goddamn.
Yeah.
So McKeelson might be a little better at this than maybe she gives herself credit for.
It's all field experience. There was no formal education here.
Look at this.
Aliens are new.
Too.
Crashed ships? Sure. Are there any cool medical stunts?
I know, that's what I'm looking for really quick. Let's look at the stunts here. So for the folks at home, if you roll more than 1 success, as we did prior. All right, so person whose health has dropped to 0 is broken. If you understand, they get back on their feet. Okay. So she's back to full health, but she still has a broken leg, which I need to look at on the chart. So we'll just get back to her broken leg, but you've got her doped up. You've got her all taken care of. She's fed. She's boxed up. And
imagine if there's like some fancy Marines, like futuristic splint so that she can walk on it, but she can't like go fast or take a hit to it, you know. Those fancy broken leg things.
Leg?
Imagine it's like a fancy futuristic cast, like they got in The Expanse, you know, they just like let it slurp it onto you and you're okay.
Hey, McKeelson, roll 2d6.
Roll 2d6.
You can do that on your sheet.
Do I want high or low?
You want successes.
Okay.
Do it on your
okay.
sheet. There's a thing at the top.
Got an 11.
There. Damn.
It's a 5 and a 6.
So
6s are successes.
She's going to be laid up for at least 11 days.
Okay. I wanted to roll low. Gotcha.
So based on your incredible deep experience in the medical field.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my wealth of knowledge.
You'll be better in a while.
You'll get better eventually. You're not worse. You're definitely better. Look, you could walk on it now, kinda. Don't go on a marathon.
How long am I gonna? How long?
Somewhere between, 7 to 12 business days. Kind of like the mail, you know?
The mail?
You know, when you get a package or something, it takes 7 to 12 business days. That's how long it's gonna take for your leg to heal. Everything runs on a 7 to 12 business day schedule. Don't you know that?
She's broken eye contact with you, and she's looking across the room. She's like, "Am I supposed to be here in like telephone's ringing right now?
That's just the tinnitus probably from the crash. You hit your head a bit. Have some whiskey. Oh no, she's asleep. We're good. I'd take a sip of the whiskey.
Yeah, randomly passing out. That's a good thing.
It's just it's a side effect of the concussion. I'm sure it's fine.
Granger,
Or all the morphine and whiskey I gave her earlier.
Even a better thing for a pilot. Whatever.
She's fine. I rolled so good on my medical check. The power of super glue morphine and scotch is...
Violet, while you stand there, even as you turn the comms off with Gabriel, he's sending you data packets of the everything that the Remington now is outfitted with. There is a Daihotai Series 8x8 tractor. There are 12 compression suits. There is a full complement of smart guns, tactical surface-to-air missiles, smart sentry guns. Basically, we're going to say that within reason, pretty much everything in the rule, like there's 2 ATVs outside of the tractor, two-person ATVs. And so within reason, nearly anything in the rule book, as far as what's on a Bougainville or a Conestoga class freighter, is being listed out, and you're seeing it in the purple in the HUD on your visor.
Okay.
Gabriel sending all this information. You're seeing this huge thing, and there's a lot of stuff there, a lot of equipment and gear that was not previously on the Remington.
Okay, I open up my comms again. And I contact him. I'm like, Gabriel, calm down with the data. Just give me a second. What kind of environmental gear do we have? Like biohazard kind of stuff?
Field compression suits, ma'am, for surface exploration, hostile environments. 12 in all.
12. How many people are in our party? There's the 5 of us plus what? 5 of them? 6 of them?
One of them's dead.
One of poor Lasso. So 1, 2,
10 total.
10 of us. Okay, perfect. I'm like, okay, perfect. Go ahead and start prepping those for me, as well as, I don't know, weapons, specifically heavy weapons.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sending down a full manifest now. And
Perfect.
It's stupid. It's 4 sentry guns. It's everything that Hicks rattles off in Aliens and more within reason.
Okay. I'm gonna go check on McKeelson. You might want to go check on the Marines. I don't know what they're doing, and it's making me a little nervous, especially after Coleman's been a fucking asshole.
No, I'm not worried. Brewer and Blaze are out there. They got their heads on straight. They'll be fine.
Granger, you have an earpiece. You have an earpiece, right? You can hear all this. You're hearing all this.
Yeah, I've still got the little comm unit outside watching the Yausha ship, and so I've got all of that.
I hacked into that last episode, so do I know all this too? Because
okay, let's be clear. What Gabriel just told you, that brief chat, I'm telling Granger that he heard that conversation and is also receiving the data packets of the manifest coming off the Remington.
So you're not hearing what the Marines are talking about. Because don't you have like your little spy camera? Where is that right now? Because that's what I hacked into. Last I remember.
You know what? I brought it inside last time.
Because it was in the lab with Jeffries and Leonard.
Right.
Okay. So never mind.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I mean, I don't want to go out there. I mean, there's snakes are out there. I mean, why would we be outside with the snakes in the?
Well, Marines do what Marines do. I'm gonna go check on McKelson. So, bye. She just walks out the room.
Granger's just still flipping his Zippo.
And as you do, Kennedy comes back in. She tilts her chin at you.
Mm-hmm. He's like, ma'am.
What the fuck are we doing right now? Where's the captain?
Pilot woke up. So
Oh, right. All right. He
McKill's
said
is checking on her. What were you guys doing out there? Got your little talk out going? Little rah-rah session?
Yeah. Guy said to take a leak. We may have, you like scotch?
Need to hold their hand.
Yeah, I gotta hold it for him or else they,
Right.
Do you like scotch?
Is it brown?
I don't know. Probably. Here. She hands it to you. And the two of you take a swig. The earth shakes. And like, we got this Star Trek bridge movement, right? Violet, you step into lab 1 and the earth moves under your feet and you trip. It's been a long time since you've tripped. Okay? You are sure-footed, to say the least. Blaze, Brewer, you guys are still outside, and you feel the earth shake beneath you.
The hell was that? Blaze would try and snap his comms back on and be like, hey, what's going on?
It was the ship, man.
Yeah, that would be the Edmund Fitzgerald. Just
And
brace
let's-
for any kind of shockwave that might be coming.
All right. He lets go of the comms. He's just breathing a bit. He's started sweating a little bit more like, damn, I got to quit drinking so much.
We just
He's on
need
edge.
to get off this planet.
Oh, yeah, we do. He's got that stress level.
So some. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of stress level, did we de-stress from taking a swig of that?
Yeah, everybody take away. And you took a break, right? Everybody
so
rested.
2 stressed down.
So 2 stress down on everybody who has imbibed alcohol and not fought an alien in the last hour.
An explosion may increase stress level, but we'll see.
I was going to say, I think it'd go peaking with that. So I think I think Blaze would be the same.
Yeah. I mean, what's really new at this point?
So Violet, you head to medical.
Yeah, I like trip into the room and am I sure-footed enough to catch myself before I like face plant on the ground? Okay, great.
I'll catch
It's a lot
you,
of bedrock.
Violet.
You're in the side of a mountain.
Mm.
And so everybody lurched and maybe if you were moving, lost your balance.
I think I saw
But-
McKelson was just sitting there in the chair, maybe looking over Chow's medical signs, writing up a treatment plan, which involves just more morphine when the other morphine wears off, and not playing kickball and other sports involving that leg. And Violet stumbles in, and McKelson's like, "Oh, good, the room didn't just shake for me."
No, that was the ship hitting the planet.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Been about, yup.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I go over and I like sit down next to her.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's fair.
About like that, you know.
Yeah.
Chow's
I-
not dead, so that's great. I think only a few people want to mutiny against me. And I'm in charge, responsible for everyone's lives here, so, I'm just... As long as everything just comes up roses instead of daisies, I think I'll be okay.
That's fair.
Really
Well, I'm here to help, so
I
if you need
appreciate that.
anything, just let me know. I have something you need to listen to.
Okay.
And I will take off my visor and hand it to her, and I will cue it up to play that message
Right,
that we
Sure.
received.
Wow, it looks blue when
And-
I hold it. That's
yeah.
crazy.
It changes person to person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Purple's just my favorite color, so.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Right?
And then I'll cue up the message and let her listen
Lindy,
to it.
Lindy, do we want to play it, or are we?
Yeah,
or
that
are we
sounds
good?
that sounds great. Sounds cool.
That would give me a chance to do a
nice
quick bio break.
Refresher
so
too. Yeah.
I'd love that. So go ahead. I'm going to play it in roll 20.
Yep.
He says as he shatters the fictional integrity.
This is an urgent recorded distress call intended for any remaining research staff at RF292. This is Dr. Iris. I urgently need to reach Dr. Gerald Walls, Leonard, or any remaining staff at the zoo. At some point in the last 2 weeks, an airborne pathogen was released into Site B. Source is apparently some sort of fungal found inside that, if disturbed, release a microscopic pathogen that will eventually destroy the host organism. Birch, Long, and Dr. House are missing. Doctors Hayes, Ward, and Barker are deceased. I have isolated myself, and while I am not in immediate danger at this time, I am requesting immediate extraction. I am nearly out of provisions, and our entrance point into Site B has been compromised. Please advise that anyone attempting to enter Site B must isolate their respiratory system or risk infection by airborne pathogen. Please also advise there are creatures active inside Site B. They must be considered extremely dangerous. They are bipedal, bone white in color, and wildly aggressive. If you are coming here, you had better come armed or not at all. Gerald? Are you okay? If you receive this, and if it's possible to send someone, do it. I have something very, very important to share with you. Once again, this is Dr. Vanessa Iris, attempting to reach RF 292 with an urgent distress call. This SOS will repeat.
Wow. That's quite the distress signal then.
Yeah, it's so I don't know. I know Granger probably knows because he has his little spy camera. Dr. Walls is actually Dr. Jeffries.
I thought Walls was a suspicious name. It's like naming, I am Dr. Flores, Dr. Veranda, Dr. Gazebo. It just...
Yeah, it is a little generic, I guess. So when Kennedy and I went down into the lower level, he mistook me for someone named Iris.
I mean, they're both flowers, violets and
Yes.
irises.
Right.
Huh?
I have recently remembered, because Leonard took my memories away, and
yeah.
yeah.
Well, congrats on remembering things.
Thanks. I have 3 sisters. I'm not unique. There are 3 of
Violet,
4 of
don't
us.
say that. You're very
Well-
special and unique.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I have a twin sister,
Let me guess. Iris.
Iris. Yeah, pretty
Oh,
convenient or strange
a
or
bit. Especially how you two are apparently on the same blooming planet
yeah, of all the planets in
in the entire system.
in the same system, or yeah, in all of the systems,
Mhm.
and somehow Iris and I end up on the same planet. It's
A bit peculiar.
peculiar. Is a
More than
word.
just a crazy random happenstance, I'd say.
I'd agree. I'm gonna go get her. I don't
Right.
think it's fair for me to ask anybody else to come with me, so I won't.
Right.
But if anyone would like to volunteer to come with me,
So, just gets the cup of spiked coffee again.
I would not hold it against you if you chose not to.
Let me just clarify a couple of things that your twin sister put in that message.
Mm-hmm.
There is a respiratory biohazard of some sort.
Yep. But Gabriel has assured me that we have, like stuff that can
Suits.
protect us. Yes. Yeah.
Those only
Oh,
work if
by
your
the way,
suits
we
aren't
have-
punctured from terrible, horrible
aliens.
aliens, which
Yeah.
bone white ones, we haven't seen any that are like that yet. We've seen
So, new
snake
thing.
ones and black ones, but not bone white. I mean, not even off-white or, pure white. Bone white, that's a bit...
Specific.
I spilt coffee everywhere.
Yeah. But so we have another synthetic on the Remington now. Another Leonard. He's not
Someone
Leonard. His name's
who-
Gabriel. but
Okay. Someone who escaped from the Edmund Fitzgerald.
apparently he was sent over from the Edmund the
Yeah,
ship
The
before
ship,
it
the crashed ship.
before it blew, before it even,
Did he say what happened to the ship?
contamination. Organisms
it
got on board.
Contamination or contamination?
Organisms.
Yeah, it was aliens,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
they put him on our ship after their ship was contaminated.
Before, I believe. He also said that they brought a lot of cargo over, so we
So
should
lots of places
definitely
aliens
check.
could hide.
Yes.
Maybe you should
Yes.
have him check with all his free time he's got up there, not running away from aliens that
Yep.
are trying to kill him.
Right now, I'm having him prep a shuttle.
All right.
Well, I haven't told him to do it yet, but I'm getting there.
Of course.
He's
there's been a lot going on.
Currently downloading a data package with all of the supplies we have right now, so it's kind of
Okay.
busy.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how my day's gone. How are
In the
you?
day. Yeah, I just gesture to Chow and this half-destroyed med bay.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just have to survive this planet. So you're gonna go save your alleged twin sister, who's allegedly here.
Yes,
Okay.
supposedly, because
Supposedly. How many people know about? Because he could have just been fucking with you, because he was a shady. What was it he kind of said? What was it?
Well,
he said he was a
he,
prick. He's a shady prick.
he's also
Could have just said,
not
oh.
entirely human.
I figured that much out. Rager told
Okay.
me about that one.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know.
Which makes his shadiness even more suspectful. I mean,
He
suspicious.
lied about who he was, so I'm kind of confused about that, because like, why wouldn't he just tell us?
And why was
and-
he one
but
of the
he
main
was-
scientists? And I pull out my list of people that are here. I'm like, well, also, I just scratch off the names that Iris says are dead. I'm like, scratch them off
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, so he said he knew her better than anyone else. So
Okay.
I think he knows what her and I are.
Wonderful.
If it's actually her, because he could be, like you said, he could just be fucking with us.
He could be.
So
Like, was here, and then she got eaten by aliens, and now he's like, oh, Iris, you didn't get eaten by aliens. Or maybe he's just got a file on you or something.
yeah, I just don't really trust anything right now, except
Same. Except,
I guess.
you know, the crew. I trust, you know, you, Brewer, Blaze. Starting to trust Granger a bit, because I think he's figured out that he's, like, stuck with us, or he's dead. So, you know, to a certain extent. To a degree. I also think Kennedy's alright. I think Heston's too crazy to not really have much of an agenda.
I do like Kennedy. I like her gun.
Radioactive.
Yeah. Which I still currently have.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't given it back to her yet. So I think right now our focus needs to be getting onto the Remington. And then from there, you all can decide what you're going to do.
I really, really don't want to go to Site B.
Not asking you to.
But I have a bad feeling that we're all gonna have to go there. Because you know who's behind all of this? It's Lindy Wanty.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a lot of pull, and they're not going to be very happy. I was already threatened with a double court-martialing. I don't want to be triple court-martialed if we don't have something to blackmail them with, or to chuck at them and then run.
My thing is, if they find out that I'm, you know, not, I don't know,
That
like
you're cool.
David models, but they will send people like Granger after me. So
there's a lot to think about in the...
And
aside from the immediate impending threat of aliens, we've got the near immediate impending threat of corporate.
So, God, yeah. So goal 1, get to the Remington. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. What? We need to figure out what we can do to appease them, and then GTFO.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they want one of the big ones, one of the black ones, the double X121.
No, that's stupid. Do they not know how stupid that? They probably had one of them fuckers on the Edmund Fitzgerald, and look where that ship is now.
Yeah. You know. No.
What is it, Violet?
No.
It's probably a terrible idea, but at least spit it out.
There is. So when Kennedy and I went downstairs, there is a xenomorph in one of the test tubes down there.
Right, where the Yautja currently are.
Yeah, and tons of face huggers.
Oh no, not those.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was like, no. So
maybe we could ask them really nicely to
just don't have any way of
the elevator. Dang
it,
that's right, that was Walls.
Jeffries,
Yeah, Jeffries, whatever. Ceilings said he was going to...
Yes, Mr. Awnings.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Right. Could you have, he's got a name. Gabriel. I'm gonna make a sticky note of that. Sprites Gabriel. Sticks it to the inside of the jumpsuit. So, Gabriel, you mind asking him if there were any updated orders based on the fact that contamination occurred?
His orders are to be under your command and to assist in...
Oh, great.
What did he say? To assist in whatever we need, essentially? Yeah, to assist in whatever we need. So, those are his orders. I don't know about anything beyond that.
Alright, well, Granger had the main orders, I think, from what's his fucking face, who's dead now. That's good, it makes me feel a little better.
Should we keep an eye on Coleman?
Yes. Yeah.
Because
I
I swear to God, the next rude thing he says to me, I'm gonna punch him in his goddamn face.
maybe not punch him in the face. I mean,
No,
you are
I'm gonna
supposed
punch
to,
him in the face.
I mean, you're supposed to have
He keeps calling me a
programming,
skin
which
job.
that is very rude.
It is.
You know, he's called me a lot of things too, and if I cannot punch him in the face, I think we can both not punch him in the face. Now, if he looks like he's gonna punch first, then it's game on. Because your punches hit a lot harder than, you know, my punches do.
That's
so.
true.
Yeah,
They
your
do.
punch in the face could kill him. So again,
Yeah.
if he looks like
We
he's
definitely don't want that, right?
He's a good frontliner between us and potential horrible aliens.
Fine. I won't punch him. Not in the face, at least.
Okay, I'll pretend I don't know any of this if it happens.
All right.
Right.
So, they say all right to each other. Blaze, Brewer, a few minutes ago you felt the earth shake under your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Kennedy said, I'll be right back, and went inside. What are you doing?
All right. Tired of waiting. I'm headed in. Brewer, you coming?
Yeah. I look at. Is Heston making his way back?
Heston is listening to the two of you, like, all right. And then he looks over at Watson, who's looking out toward the tree line, out into the distance. Heston grabs him by his shoulder and by his vest and starts to drag him. Again, Heston starts walking backwards.
All right,
Then
well,
I'll flip my comp back on and head inside.
as Blaze goes in, assuming nothing's amiss, probably some of the first words out of his mouth would be something to the effect of, "Geez, you think the whole planet knows that a ship's coming?"
The whole planet knows a ship crashed here.
Kennedy kind of shrugs her shoulders and stubs out her cigarette. And just as she does, Granger, you're leaned up against the wall, flipping your Zippo. The panel to the elevator to your right is open. And klaxon bells. Revolving yellow lights begin to go off. Violet, your visor is sending you back data that this is the what you felt earlier. Your scans indicate that was a seismic issue and actually originated from beneath your feet and not from 8 miles away towards the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh.
And you can hear the elevator coming up.
Mikkelsen?
Aye.
So that explosion wasn't the ship.
Motherfuck. Was
It
that
came from below us.
the lab with the thing that you said is down
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. And
Oh.
the elevator's coming back up.
Let's
So
hope it's a Yautja and not... Ugh.
we should be prepared
Yeah,
either way.
Explosion came from below us, not from the ship crashing. Sun's out, guns out. You ready?
Raises the incinerator towards the elevator.
If it's one of those alien fuckers, don't hesitate. If it's the Yautja...
The
Hesitate.
elevators.
Yeah, aren't we in
Hesitate.
lab 2 and they're
I was
in
gonna
bay
say
2?
elevators in Bay 2, right?
The elevator is on the east wall of
Of lab
lab 2.
Because it's a secret door.
Alrighty.
About
Mm.
6 feet from where Granger has his foot up on the wall. In
Not
lab
more. Granger's backing to the other side of the wall. He's
Alright,
a great
then
away from
Blaze-
it now.
Blaze will step up with his gun ready to go, the smart gun, and Lynn's down, ready.
2. Okay.
Right, let's see what we can do
So-
about that shuttle. And if they can get scans on Site B. As I leave the med bay with my gun out, ready to assist if need be.
Creature's like, all right, everybody. The Yautja were our friends when they went down there. We don't need to be holding guns up on them when they come up the elevator. They might misremember the last couple hours.
We don't know they're the ones coming up this elevator, but I will lower the incinerator.
Like, lowered but ready.
Yeah.
Back away a bit, give them a little space to move. But, you know, I'm not saying not be prepared, but I'm just saying don't be that prepared.
So I still keep my hand near, or my finger near the trigger, I'll tell you that much.
The elevator is slowly coming up. The klaxon continues. Got Marines, guns drawn. There's a lot of firepower pointed at this elevator right now.
Guns down
Slowly.
but ready. As I come in,
Slowly it
shotgun
comes up.
at the floor.
Yeah, so this is enough time for McKeelson and Violet to react. So we've got like a turn here. What do you guys want to do? Marines have drawn weapons.
Yeah. McKeelson is going to, from medbay, get into the doorway, so that way, right near, able to be where, see the elevator. Say guns, pointed down but ready in case it is. You know, give them some space. Hopefully it's the Yautja. If not, let her rip.
And where is Violet?
I'm gonna follow probably like a step or two behind McKeelson. Like I'm gonna go in that direction, but kind of keep my distance because I'm not a fighter like these people. And what did McKeelson tell me to do? To get in contact with Gabriel about the shuttle?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and I'm just gonna see if I can
status update if it's been enough time. What's status update basically?
Yeah.
See about.
I'm gonna see if I can do that with Gabriel.
Okay. So you begin that process. As you start to do that, you can start to see the columns of the main body of the elevator carriage breach the bottom, where you can see the elevator coming up. You see the mesh gate coming up. The lights behind the mesh gate throw shadows all over the room and across all your faces. And on the elevator platform.
Yeah, what is it?
Can we go to the map, Lindy? I've got two handouts really quick. Oh hell, how do I? Oh yeah, show to players. Okay. Can you see it? Supposed to be able to see it. Show to players.
Yeah. Oh, this guy.
You see that?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. The gray one, the ghost, is holding the other one with the xenomorph mask. The Xeno Hunter has his arm around the ghost. The Xeno Hunter has a 32-inch barbed black tail sticking through his belly.
Oh.
It's dripping acid on the elevator carriage.
Back up.
Move away.
As they look up, the ghost has lost his mask. The hunter has not. You see this thing's face. It's got 4 teeth, shut, wild eyes, and these gorgeous markings across its head crest. It steps forward. The Xeno Hunter buckles and falls to a knee. And as the ghost lifts him up and casts his eyes across all of you, the elevator platform buckles. And they buckle. And the ghost launches his friend into the room. Does anybody do anything?
Blaze freezes because he's not sure what to do. He's kind of caught in a moment like, shit, do I shoot or do I not? What do I do?
Don't shoot these ones. We're not hostile to them yet.
So, to clarify, the ghost is still in
the
elevator.
Yeah. And the elevator just buckled. Did it buckle? Question, Mother 6000. Did it buckle like something hit it from the bottom, or did it buckle like something hit it from the top?
Like the structural integrity of the entire elevator chassis is failing.
Okay.
I'm probably not close enough to, like, help him out, am I?
You're fast.
Can I, like, lunge forward and try and yank him out?
So everyone has a chance to act.
I would like
a fast
to do
action
that.
and a slow action. I'm not going to roll initiative, but if the Marines are holding steady, everyone has a chance to do something.
I would like to do that then. I want to dart forward and try to yank him out.
This hunter has bioluminescent green blood falling out of his stomach, and across his back it's rended multiple times, and this bright glowing green liquid is bleeding out, and he's bleeding badly. It's dripping all over the floor.
That's the one that's been chucked into the room, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Correct. He's on both knees with his hands on the ground, and he's making a very strange guttural groan. The ghost, does anybody else? Violet's helping. Violet reaches up. Violet, what do you do with this?
So I'm like in the back. I'm gonna run up to the elevator, and I want to attempt to yank him out of the elevator. Because it looks like it's gonna fall, right? So I want to try and
yank him.
Well, he's chucked the hunter into the room.
Yep.
And the ghost is like just done that, and he looks like he's about to step forward to come into the room.
Okay.
Just help him in.
But that's when the elevator buckled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't, and he's getting his bearings to come back in.
Yep. So as he's doing that, I'm just gonna dart forward and yank him in.
Granger follows right behind her.
Blaze is covering the guy that got thrown into the room. Going, what the fuck do we do?
Non-hostile, I think. Don't fire. Non-hostile so far. Non-hostile. Hostile fuckers sound like they're still down there, though. And, Mikkelsen's gonna pull back, the sleeve and arm, and because we've been all sorts of busted up. Gesture to a wound and offer super glue to the injured one. So I don't know how morphine will react with their systems, but super glue will seal anything shut. Like medical help? We can't communicate.
He has at least 8 serious rends on his back.
Yeah, well,
it's gonna take some serious super glue.
It's gonna take a few. I got some tubes of super glue, so we also have an autodot.
All right, Blaze, Brewer, you're holding steady.
Brewer is going to run forward and activate the emergency brakes of the elevator.
Awesome. As you do, the Violet pulls the ghost. Granger's right behind her. The ghost accepts it and takes a big step. He's got a bad cut on his shoulder, and he was covered in weapons. And now he is, as best you can tell, unarmed. He steps forward, looks at his friend, looks to a container on his belt, and removes a small cartridge about 10 inches long and about 14 inches tall. And he steps toward the other Yautja and puts his hand on his shoulder, and then scans the room and sees you, Mikkelsen, and looks right at you. And in the voice of Dr. Philip Jeffries,
oh, that's weird. Oh no.
Looks right at you and says, "God damn it, if you had any sense, you'd run. Now."
And I think it takes like a half second for Mikkelsen to look at this guy, look at the other guy, look at the elevator and go, "That's a valid point, everyone. I think we should grab Chow and move out."
Brewer, you hit the button. And as you did, the elevator shimmies. And then some sort of bracket, some sort of bracers on one side of the elevator give way, and like a trap door, half of it falls straight down. and the other side is hanging. Violet, I need you to make me the equivalent of an observation roll. What is that?
Observation?
Is it observation? or you could make me an observation.
And I get a +2 because I have my visor, right?
Yes.
Would this count for my watchful attack? Watchful bonus?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. 4.
Successes?
No, 2 successes, but I rolled 15
Shitload of
dice.
That's why I like this game, honestly, though, because that's how you got 15 fucking shots at this and 2 of them turned out great. So I love it. All right. So, Violet, there is low-level radiation coming out of the elevator shaft.
Oh, like Kennedy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but
Kennedy
it's
did
not.
ride up the elevator earlier, so.
It's not the same.
It's different.
It's not the same. It's not a. I don't. You don't know. You're not. You know it's radiation, but you've the only time. The only time you've come up against something like this is when Jeffries was messing with the gauntlet
band. Yeah.
On the table. You recognize it. There's also a massive heat signature coming up from the elevator shaft.
I'm gonna yell into my comms. Coleman, we've got a big problem ahead of us. Get your ass back here, grab Chow, let's go. He's gotta pass by medbay anyway. Start.
I see this heat signature. And I just turn and look at Michielsen and we need to leave immediately.
Yeah, we're leaving.
There is something coming.
Go where?
Not here.
At least to
We
someplace
got
a little more
aliens in the
defensible.
woods. We got them below us. We got.
No, but they have a ship.
They do? Maybe they got space. We'll find out. Violet, the shuttle? As, yeah, I'm...
Have I gotten a response from Gabriel yet?
Response from Coleman?
Gabriel has not yet responded. And Coleman does not check in on the radio.
Okay. Well, Coleman's probably dead. Let's get Joe. Watson.
The ghost attempts to pull up his partner, interrupting anything you were trying to do, Akilson. And when he does, his knee buckles, and you see that he begins to bleed. His skin begins to separate above his knee joint and his thigh, and he makes a low groan and then pops open this capsule with one thumb and removes a strange device that looks like a derringer with a needle point, and then it splits at the end. And then with his pinky nail, he scrapes a bright green liquid out of the device and spreads it on his knee. He does this very quickly. And then and then Violet, the heat signature is 2 turns away. Okay? From reaching you. So then he, with his slow action, he takes the small derringer object and staples his leg closed. And he screams louder than you have ever heard anything scream in your life. It all but shakes the walls. And we cut wide to the jungle. And you hear this bellow move through the trees. And then he puts his head down and holds still for a moment. We all have a turn. Why? It's not combat, but we have 2 turns in Lab 2. So why don't we do your initiative, and Bravo team will go last. Okay. So everybody can make sure to click on their icons.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lindy, how do I clear? Oh, wait, yeah, here we go. Oh, I did it. Okay, good.
You
All right,
figured
sweet.
it out. Congrats.
I figured it out. Yay. Because Watson and Heston are like frantically looking at Blaze and Brewer and McKeelson. And Kennedy is slowly backing toward the door to Lab 1.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Initiative.
is that everybody? Who am I missing? I'm missing Blaze. Oh, there he is.
Got
Okay,
it.
cool. Gotcha. I got it in reverse order.
You can just, under the settings thing, sort by descending.
Brewer, you're first.
All right. If we're heading out of here, we're heading into the jungle. I don't want to be walking, so I'm heading into Bay 2 to hop into some heavy machinery.
Right, because you had a loader parked out there.
Mm-hmm. I
I'll be
spotted
able-
an alien.
So, Brewer, you use your fast action to bolt, and you can use a slow action to begin to get into the loader.
all right.
Far out. Granger.
Yeah, I see the seriousness of Violet, and I see everyone kind of getting a little freaked out. I don't know where the hell we're going, but out of the corner of my eye, I see Brewer head out, and I'm like, smart man. And I use my fast action to follow Brewer, and my slow action to climb up on that loader on the outside, like I did earlier when I was sniping from the top of it. So I'm climbing on there too.
That's badass. So Granger bolts out of North Lock. Blaze.
All right, so they're assisting and aiding the alien that's on the ground that's hurt, right? I mean, McKeelson's helping him still. Yes.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No. Offered
Looks like his
assistance.
buddy.
Assistance wasn't accepted,
Yeah.
so.
But Violet's right there.
Okay, I was just
so.
making sure. I was like, okay. I guess Blaze would just bark then, everybody out, and he would start moving to join the other guys in the hangar bay. Then
How
too.
far can we get in around?
Yeah, I was trying to check movement speed. Is like, how do we do movement?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get back to that.
No worries.
You can make
We'll
it all
make
the
it work for
way
now.
into Bay 2.
Okay.
And then we'll work on I know we know that for
I'll
I think it's like
move.
4 spaces of full move or 6. We did this when the ship went down. I'll double check it.
Yeah.
But you make it
Okay.
you make it in through North Lock.
Okay.
McKeelson.
Kilson doesn't want to leave Chow behind. Chow's our pilot. But also, if this thing fucked up the badass Yautja that fucked up our ship single-handedly, there were 3 of these guys, and now there's 2, 1.5 really. McKeelson doesn't think that meeting him face to face by taking the time to go get Chow, having to run there and back. So just again on the comms, with the, or I guess fast or slow action. Damn it, Coleman! You better be grabbing Chow, and we're getting out towards the biosphere now. Because there's a chance that he might be able to get. Because he doesn't have to go. He just has to pass and go out. He doesn't have to go back and forth. So. McKeelson's then gonna have to focus on the bulk of the team. Keep moving, shotgun out, up to Bay 2. Much as McKeelson, as much as they hate it, it doesn't make sense to send people back for Chow when Chow has a broken leg and can't maneuver away from this thing.
As you move toward North Lock, you hear Watson say, "Where the hell's Coleman? We can't leave him. Can we leave? We can't leave him behind."
I don't think we're leaving him behind if he doesn't listen in the orders. Should have his comms turned on.
And then I guess you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heston's like looking left and right, and he follows you out and grabs Watson and pulls him. Who's got this, fucking grenade launcher, gets pulled out. Kennedy looks at you, Violet. What do you do?
So it's me, Kennedy, and these two aliens in this room, right? Everybody else has booked it.
Correct.
Okay. So the ghost is helping his buddy on one of his sides. He's like trying to help him. Am I understanding that correctly?
He has helped himself.
Yeah.
And is moving to lift his buddy back up.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the other side of his buddy and grab his arm and put it around my shoulder and attempt to help move them along to get out of here. I mean, I'm pretty strong.
Cool.
Let's hope we can hitch a ride on their
Kennedy looks at you and goes,
can I, before I do that, because I have Kennedy's radioactive weapon, can I give it back to her? I'm like, here, I can't hold this right now. So I chuck it to her. And then I pull the alien arm over me and start moving.
She's like, look, I'm going to get Chow.
Be careful. Don't make me have saved your life for nothing.
Move fast.
Copy that. Now, McKeelson, you kind of heard that on your way out.
I'll just into comms. Move bloody fast and hope Coleman's there to help.
Okay. Kennedy bolts through the south doors into Lab 1. Violet, it takes you a big fat slow action to move this monster, even with your friend's help. These things are 9 feet tall and all muscle. The acid drips from the broken tail in his stomach and burns holes in the floor. His neon green blood drips along behind it, glowing. As you guys clear the double doors in North Lock, you see Kennedy make her way into medical through the doors. And just as you do, fire fills Lab 2, taking all the oxygen in the room. It's like backdraft. Since there's nothing really to burn in there, it dissipates pretty quickly. The Yautja limp towards the ship, and you notice that the ghost has picked up speed. Violet, I need another observation roll. Okay. So, the radiation signature coming now seeped into Lab 2, now coming out of it, is growing stronger. And you know there's another tremor coming before anybody else. And a moment later, you have like a moment before.
Can I just yell, everybody brace?
Grab onto the wall with the loader. Just
grab onto Brewer.
The bedrock beneath your feet shakes so hard that even those of you standing who aren't holding on to anything have to take a step, and the loader leans, and you go, just take a tiny half step back to catch yourself. Ugh, what's going on? And Violet and Granger, you hear a voice. Ma'am, this is Gabriel aboard the Remington. I received your call. I'm seeing interesting sensor activity.
Yeah, we need evac like immediately.
Copy that. And you hear him throwing switches. Okay. So you hear from Kennedy. I've got Chow. She's on main comms. Everybody can hear this. I've got Chow. I can't find Coleman. I think he's in the barracks. I don't know.
He's not got his comms on. He may have been gotten by something else. We don't have time to look for him.
It's probably just taking a rest. I mean, we have to wait for the evac anyways.
And I look into the blazing inferno. There's currently lab 2. This place is coming down. If he didn't wake up with that first shock, he's dead.
He could be trapped under a bunk or something. We have to go look for him.
God damn it! I've got Chow and I'm headed your way. I can't carry 2 people and I can't go running around.
Nope.
I'm coming through North Lock. And you can tell how pissed she is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, McKeelson sounds pissed too. Like, didn't have comms on? Didn't check in? Didn't like it don't go dark. Not at the time, like.
That's what happened to this door? I cannot remember.
Don't go AWOL.
Which door?
The door near the ready room.
Oh, that is
Yeah. What? Oh my God. Well, this has been such a long time. It was destroyed.
yeah, that whole section got caved in. Like,
The double doors on the inside hall were intact. But there's there's a serious damage to the entire perimeter of the biosphere. It's like a 10-foot wall, and those doors are blown open, and the ready room is. You guys salvaged it at one point. Is my recollection? You managed to salvage some stuff.
our initial
Yeah, then
time
we
on the
nuked the
planet,
place.
and then we nuked the place.
Oh, that was before. Oh, right.
That was
Yeah.
before we
Okay.
nuked it, and then we
It's
rained
a while back.
destruction upon it.
Those doors are destroyed.
Yeah, we did that.
So going that way
Not an
probably
option.
possible.
The Yautja are moving towards their ship.
I am moving with them because I'm helping. So, I'm just along for the ride, I guess.
Really hoping that maybe let us hitchhike a little bit. Can you just drop us off at our ship, man? It's just right there.
I don't know why.
You hear Gabriel crackle on the comms again. 15 minutes to landing. Stand by.
Then we have time still.
I don't know if we have 15 minutes.
No, we can get to him. I know we can. This way.
So, I'm helping these Yautja help their buddy into the ship. Does it look like they're gonna let me on the ship as we start to approach it?
We've already been on it.
You have so let's make sure we take this in turn. So
Yeah.
So Violet and the Ghost are making their way through the tunnel coming out of Bay 2. They're going to have to, if I remember correctly, they didn't land in the did they
No.
land in the they
They
didn't
did
land
not.
in the biosphere. They landed out in the
It's
dirt
too
in
wrecked.
front of
There's
the
no
biosphere.
space
Too wrecked.
in
So
the biosphere.
you've got a ways to go.
Mhm.
The Ghost is breathing heavily, and you can hear there's something going on in his throat. He doesn't sound good.
Okay.
And his friend Peril is bleeding out. There's a lot of acid and blood, neon blood on the ground. Brewer, what do you do?
Well, Brewer's gonna head outside, and I want to find this wall to Lab 1 and start setting up some shape charges there.
What, Lab 1 or Lab 2?
Lab 1. Lab 2 is already contaminated with a whole bunch of radiation, right?
Yeah.
Well, you don't know that unless Violet told you. What you know is that it was full of fire, and then a moment ago the fire went away because it burned up all the oxygen in the room, and now Lab 2 looks clear.
Well, if I don't know that,
That's a little radiation.
We'll just go through Lab 2, right?
In the loader?
Well, yeah. I mean, no. So I don't know if I don't know it's irradiated, then yeah, well, I probably wouldn't even be thinking this way. So never mind what I'm doing. Whatever. I'm just waiting on Kennedy to come back is what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I think that, so I'm gonna kick it to Blaze here, or we're kicking it to Granger and then Blaze, but the other Marines are looking at McKeelson and just looking around, like there's this moment of like, oh shit, and they're all like,
Something's coming, but we gotta cover Kennedy. Back up, I have your guns trained on Lab 2.
Granger,
Nice, sir.
what do you do?
Well, I'm sitting on top of this loader, wondering why we're not moving. Kind of like looking down at Brewer, like, why would we rush here to stand around, man?
Well, I'm kind of waiting on orders here.
McKeelson, would you captain something, please?
I've been captaining, Granger. No one's been fucking listening. All right.
Everyone, grab cover. Prepare to do something when this shit hits the fan. He pulls out
Something's
his
coming, be
M42A
ready.
scoped rifle.
We're retreating, but we gotta cover Kennedy.
He positions himself where he can sit the sniper rifle on the loader, so it provides extra support to the gun, and he is trained as best he can to the opening towards the lab, the north dock.
Yeah.
And is holding a slow action to attack. His fast action was to pull the M42A out.
Where are you aiming?
Through Northlock, at the door of Northlock.
Okay.
Like if it's not Kennedy, it's dead or it's full of holes.
Gotcha. You guys can start to see Kennedy coming through Lab 2. Blaze, your turn.
All right, since everybody's yelling to take positions and be ready, Blaze will position himself in front of the loader out near the entrance to the hallway there. Not like right in front of it, but pointing at it. Ready to repel if need be.
Have lights on Lab 2, but get ready to GTFO, basically.
Yep. Yeah, he's trying to get both angles. That's, I think, all he would do.
Okay. And if anything does show up, you're gonna get a bonus because I'm effectively, I think you're all on Overwatch, which is
we're all Overwatch aiming.
Yeah.
Okay. McKeelson, you got the turn here.
There's a lot of people behind me, so McKeelson's gonna get on a knee with their weapon. Again, kind of overwatching, get Kennedy and Shao out, and then as soon as they're gone, retreat weapons, facing behind us in case something's coming. Why else would the Yautja be fleeing like this? So, doesn't like it, but gotta at least try to cover fire. And so we retreat.
Okay. Violet. You guys are moving across the biosphere.
Right. And I'm still moving along with them. But like I think Violet's been a little bit distracted trying to help these aliens. So she's gonna like glance over her shoulder and notice that no one is fucking following her.
Mhm.
So she's gonna tap her comms and be like, where the fuck are all of you? Did you not hear me say we needed to leave?
We're around behind you. We're covering for Kennedy and Chow.
You do know that was a fucking like nuke, right?
No.
Like radioactive?
Yes, that whole area is
Oh,
radioactive. Get the
Kennedy's
fuck out
fine.
of there.
It'll be fine. Nothing will whiskey can. Listen, if we're
Get
not,
moving.
we'd rather die to radiation than aliens.
These are
I did
open.
not save you on this planet to have you die here again. Get your asses in gear. Evac's 15 minutes out. Move it. And she just keeps helping the aliens.
Kennedy slides open this door to Northlock. She's got Chow over her shoulder. Chow's not that heavy. And
No.
Kennedy works out, so it's not that bad. Chow's about 5'4",
Right.
Violet.
And,
Soon as Kennedy and Chow are through, door close. Out. We're leaving. Move, move, move.
What about Coleman?
He hasn't checked in. That room's irradiated, apparently, and we don't have time to look. Look, I don't like leaving him behind as much as you, but shouldn't have gone AWOL. Especially on this planet.
Kennedy's cussing, swearing. The fuck are we doing? Where the
We're
fuck
getting
are we
out.
going?
Go follow Violet!
He like looks and sees Violet helping these two monsters. And... What?
Never hitchhiked before. It's lots of fun, hopefully.
The loader starts stomping its way over there.
Keep an eye on our 6. Don't want to get snuck up on.
Granger and Violet hear Gabriel. 12 minutes. So everybody gets a move. Okay.
Huh?
Everybody who's moving now clears half the biosphere.
Oh, good, half. That means Violet's
comes
probably
halfway
at the
down.
edge of the biosphere then.
Big fat and Violet's at the very edge. She's about
Ranger
one more.
rotates so he's facing where they came from
Mm-hmm.
with the sniper rifle. Also, I would like to do an observation, just a quick glance around
With the
the
scope?
area. Yeah, just he's going to do a quick. He's going to do a look as he's repositioning. He's just going to glance around, and I'm going to use my my talent investigator.
Ooh.
So I'm going to do my observation, and then I get to ask questions if I roll 6s.
Violet's gonna pop on comms real quick and be like, don't forget that we have shit in the fucking jungle too.
All right, so I'm going to roll my observation.
Blaze, you remember that Losso's remains are in medbay.
Nope, one failure. I didn't see a thing.
Okay.
That gives him a stress because
Oh.
he doesn't see the snake aliens he saw before. So now he's all a little
No.
freaked out.
Well, and also, if I understand this game correctly, you have to roll panic.
Yeah, but one doesn't
What's your
do
current stress?
anything. It's just one.
Well, if that doesn't give me a stress immediately, it's 1.
You take a stress
Okay,
for
so then it would
having
be
a
2.
botch on the yellow dice. Okay, good. So I don't make
And
you
I
roll
have
that
nerves of
because
steel.
Because
So
you
I
have to
don't-
roll 7 at least.
I have-
So yeah.
I have nerves of steel, so I don't have to roll any.
Oh, well, touch you. Okay.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. It's just I get a -2 modification on all panic rolls.
Oh, so you don't have to roll till like you have 3 or 4 stress.
God damn, you're cold blooded.
So
All right. So everybody who's moving moves. And Blaze, you see Watson look at you. And he's like, Lasso.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're doing. Blaze would look at him and go, fuck! And he'll just take off running. He'll head back.
Can I
Just cursing.
clothesline him as he tries to walk past me because I'm behind Blaze? Like, no!
You could try.
I'd like
I
to
was
try.
gonna say, if you are, he's gonna try and dodge that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I need to
So
roll. Agility.
you roll mobility, you roll agility, and your successes cancel out McKeelson's successes on a close combat roll.
Okay.
Okay. So I can't click it. So do I
Can
just?
you click mobility?
Oh, is that a base stat? What's
Yeah, agility
Yeah,
is a
agility
base
is-
stat.
so
Mobility
I
is
just click
the
mobility.
substat. Yeah.
mobility.
Okay, with no modifiers, just straight up mobility.
Yeah,
Oh,
even. Neither of us succeed.
So, McKeelson, you try to grab him, but Blaze is
Blaze,
fast.
do not go back in there.
go! We have to get Lazo, and he's gonna keep going.
You're full trucking. You make it to
Demoted.
North Lock. As you make it through North Lock, you can see Coleman in Lab 1 leaning up against the hollow table.
Coleman! He's gonna be yelling at him as he charges.
Grab Lasso a GTFO.
Coleman, Lasso! As he's charging down the hallway.
Coleman, as soon as you breach the south doors, Coleman looks up at you. You can tell immediately something's wrong. His pupils are dilated. He's sweating. He's got a 44 Magnum in his right hand.
Oh,
He's got like a pill bottle in his left hand.
Oh no.
And he's leaning on the hollow table, and he takes a breath to say something and throws up on his shoes.
Blaze would kind of slow down there in the doorway and kind of be looking at me like, Coleman, what are you doing?
We're all gonna die here, you know.
No, we're not gonna all die here.
Yeah, we are. We belong dead.
Coleman, listen to me. Turn around and help me get Lasso. We're getting the fuck out of here right now.
Lasso's dead, you moron. He's fucking dead.
No shit, he's dead. We're not leaving him here.
He pulls the hammer back and points the gun at you.
He would instinctively raise his gun then in return, but he'd hold his fire, he'd be going, God, Coleman, put it down now.
They'll leave us all here to die, you know. You should come with me.
Where?
Die with me, Blaze. It'll be fun.
No. And he would waste him. Sorry, he's made his choice. Nope.
Dude, that's badass. Roll ranged combat.
Range combat, okay.
waste of God.
And you can't bring his corpse back, because then we'll all know what you did.
Yeah, well, he's not a Marine anymore.
Gee,
He'll-
saw Coleman's corpse. It was the strangest thing, but I got Lasso.
Yeah.
Hold up duffel bag.
You open up and get him in the chest. He goes flying right off his feet and lands on his back. And a bottle of pills goes flying across the room. Pills go everywhere, all over the floor. Little blue ones. You can tell that his armor took the shot. But he's on his
Okay.
back. You have a fast action.
Okay. What I'd like for him to do is to charge towards Coleman, his gun hand, if it's splayed on the ground, and try and either step on his hand and kick the gun out, or whatever he needs to do to get the gun out of his hand, hoping that maybe he has enough time to knock this guy on his ass and the breath out of him to be able to do such a thing if he can.
Look, you're a beast with a big military boot on. I don't see a reason why you can't kick a magnum out of a drugged up guy's hand who just took a slug to the chest.
Okay, cool. Well, then he'll do it.
Kick the gun out of his hand and it twirls across the room.
I would assume he's dazed.
Yeah.
Sure hoping somebody heard that gunfire behind me.
It's probably Blaze fighting the alien. He's done for. I told him not to go back.
Violet, there's another seismic.
You have comms.
There's another seismic movement happening.
Why is everyone going to
Do
alien?
I-
You feel early.
Okay, I feel early. Okay. Just over comms, I'm going to be like, brace!
So everybody's running, right? Blaze, what do? Kick the gun out of his hand. He's dazed.
Shit. Let's see. I guess the tremors just hit. He kicked it out.
Tremor
So-
hasn't hit yet.
Tremor's about
Okay,
to
the
hit.
tremor hasn't hit yet. It's about to
You don't
hit.
know about any tremor, and you know that
Yeah.
Lasso's in medbay.
No, Lasso's in Lab 1.
Really? I thought
That's
we
right.
tucked
We
his
had him on the
remains.
floor, didn't
Yeah,
we?
Lasso's in a box on the floor of Lab 1 because he was dead and thus didn't want contamination in medbay because he got all alien juiced and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Blaze, what do
Okay,
you
I have to ask just a quick theoretical question here. How big is Lasso's box in his body?
There was not a lot of him left.
And I was gonna say there wasn't much left.
He's like a shoebox.
do? It's like a half duffel.
Half duffel. Large shoebox.
It was his.
Small
It was
duffel,
he.
child's backpack. Hello Kitty backpack sized.
Ooh, that's not much. Okay, let's see. He kicked the gun out of his hand, hopefully across the room. I guess he would just ignore this drugged up asshole and go straight for the box and try and get it and then start to move. You know, whatever he needs to do, he's just kind of exploding into motion to try and get in the room, kick the revolver out of his hand, and immediately backpedal and turn and sprint for that box to grab it and go. I think that's all he'd be doing at this moment. I'm hesitant to say more because I don't know what you want done.
That's that fast action that we talked
Okay.
about. That's that fast action.
Okay.
And then you grab Lasso's bag and you feel it. And it's stronger than it was the previous two times. And you're almost thrown off your feet.
Okay.
But you stabilize and you see Coleman his eyes are closed, but he's up on one elbow.
Okay. He probably then wheel about after having grabbed the bag and seeing go, and there'd be probably murder in his voice and his eyes be, Coleman, you fucking druggie, get up and get out. Like he'd be screaming at him like that, and he's gonna charge by him and try and head out the hallway.
I love it. You run. Everyone who's running outside, give me a mobility check.
Granger is actually sitting on top of the loader.
Except
so-
Granger.
Okay.
Can I replace it with a heavy?
One success.
Botched it.
McKeelson, you trip on a rock and eat shit.
I keep like looking back over my shoulder for Blaze or Coleman or the man-eating alien, and I just eat shit. Yeah, eat dirt. Just yeah. And I guess I'll have to roll stress now too. Panic.
How much stress? How much stress do you have right now?
2. This will
Yeah,
put
roll.
3 on.
Give me a third. Add a third and roll panic.
Panic.
9.
I think that's okay, as I recall.
What are you carrying?
McKeelson's in the hands currently. I think McKeelson has pistol out because it was too close quarters for the shotgun. In the
Where's your
room.
disc? Where's your disc you got
it's-
from the Oucha?
It's real secure and hooked on.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I think that you eat shit so hard that it dislodges from your belt and slides 3 feet away from you, and you take 1 stress.
Cool. That's cool.
And everyone else takes this big fat move and McKeelson is stuck halfway through the biosphere.
That's fine. I got Blaze behind.
Okay.
Possibly.
So, and Blaze is back here. Okay, so
We'll see about Coleman.
there's 2 blazes. Why are there 2
Got
blazes?
rid of one. It's good. We're fine.
He
Okay,
multiplied.
Blaze, you're running with what's left of Lasso through Lab 2. You hear very loud grinding noises coming from the elevator shaft, and you swear to God you can hear a scream,
The one off my right
not-
and left.
but not a human
Uh-huh.
scream. That's a bad alien getting hurt impression.
No, but
from
I know
Aliens.
the
It's the
scream
best
you're
I can do
talking
for
about.
you.
Yeah, we've heard this
No,
scream
no.
before.
I've heard that scream.
Can't do it. It's a very beautiful, high-pitched,
Yeah.
shrill shriek.
Okay. And is that the one coming from the secret elevator there in Lab 2 or the main
Correct.
one in Bay 2?
Secret elevator in Lab 2, and you just hear
So
it as
elevator
you're
in Bay 2.
trucking through Lab 2. Unless you stop, you make it through North Lock.
He'd probably pause right there if I could and point his smart gun with his free hand, because I know it's got that rigged system, and he'd kind of turn it and point it towards the door while holding the bag of Lasso, and he'd look towards the elevator and look down the hallway towards Lab 1 where Coleman was. Oh, did he actually join up to me, or is he still there?
He's catching up.
Okay, he's catching up. He'd be like,
He's at the doors.
okay, he'd probably scream at him, "Move your ass!" He'd be yelling at him. He's just basically pissed at him that he tried to, point a gun at him and kill him, even though Blaze tried to actually kill him. But, he started it. Anyways,
Self-defense.
he'd be pissed that he's did all that, and now all this is going on. The world's trying to kill you. There's an alien screech coming from the elevator. Move your ass. And if he sees nothing coming out of the elevator, he'll turn and keep moving into Bay 2.
Okay. Just as he does, you see Coleman raise his magnum at you, and then he looks over his
Oh my
right
God.
shoulder. Just as you clear North Lock. Meanwhile, Granger and Violet here, 7 minutes.
Okay. As we hear that, I'm gonna glance over, and I see everybody behind me, and I see McKeelson, like, way back. Right? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which one's animal? Is it Watson?
Yes.
Heston, actually.
Heston.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Heston. He's crazy.
So, is he close enough that I can grab him?
Well, you were kind of ahead.
Ahead? Damn, okay.
You yell at him.
I'm gonna be like, Heston, come help them! And I'm gonna drop the alien's arm, and I'm gonna dart back for McKeelson, because there's absolutely no way Violet is letting her stay back there. So.
He like looks at you and looks at it and looks at McKeelson and looks at you and drops his shoulders and goes running full truck for the Yautja.
Okay. Can I make it if I'm just using all of my movement and everything to get to McKeelson?
Yes.
Okay.
Because your fast movement was to yell and your slow movement, your slow action was a double move.
Okay. So I'm gonna grab her and be like, God damn it, Molly, I am not leaving you here.
That was a lot of. Oh, hold on. And I reach over and I grab the disc, because that's a big fat disc, I think. So I
And I
grab
yank her to her feet.
it. Yank, grab.
Overcomes you
Just
here.
stuff it in the suit.
Molly?
I definitely did not say that loud enough for anybody else to hear.
Blaze, where the hell are you?
Leaving.
You're saying that. So you're saying that over comms?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Let's see. You'd probably hear the comm key up, and you'd hear the stress in his voice, but you'd also hear the sound effects of probably the crashing and rumbling of the facility, and you'd be like, "I'm coming." Just no time for to talk. That's it.
He didn't call out for help or anything. So.
Violet, your visor is giving you all this sensory data of everyone around you and everyone moving, and the air pressure. You've got so much data on everything moving around you. You can see Blaze turning the corner and running. And as he gets a little closer, you see Coleman take 5 steps, turn. He tries to turn 180 degrees and is tackled by something fast, black, and large.
Fuck.
Do I see that?
not
since
even.
I'm
Yes.
watching. I'm watching the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not even over the comms. Just Violet just screams, "Blaze, move!"
Well, the good news is it shouldn't eat Coleman for a round.
If it's the only one.
Do I have a shot?
Oh no.
My scope.
keep
My
saying
my scope rifle is extreme. Okay.
Yep. Oh yes.
So
And he's at
I-
long range. He's at long
Yeah.
range.
Don't
not
shoot
extreme.
Well, this
me!
is
Don't
extreme.
shoot me!
I'm aiming right over Blaze's head, straight at the alien, and I get a 2
Don't botch
modifier
this
on
roll.
that. I know. Let's see
Shoot
what happens.
them, not me!
Look, brain wounds don't do as good
2
with
successes.
super glue and morphine. 2 successes.
Awesome. So 2 successes. He's not attempting to dodge, so that's a hit plus an extra damage, plus so it's 1 extra damage point to the base damage of the rifle, which is
2.
2.
That's 3.
So 3. You hit it, but it doesn't get off of Coleman,
I'm
and it's tearing him apart.
lining up the next shot. He's already
Blaze,
dead.
you can hear him. Blaze, you can hear him screaming bloody murder behind you.
This is why you go A1.
Uh,
Damn, Captain's cold.
Violet, you see this,
Hard world.
and just as you do,
Should have seen the streets of Glasgow.
you can hear your comm buzz and the voice of Gabriel. 5 minutes.
Hurry up!
Faster.
No.
I think he's going as fast as he
I'm
can.
like, we don't have 5 minutes.
I think we're going to have 5 minutes.
Really, it's Bravo team that is not completely distracted by what's going on behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's time for initiative. And I have to roll twice for this guy.
Oh, really?
Here
Do you want us
comes
to
the
roll
snake aliens.
New initiative, or are we keeping our same initiative?
Why don't we roll new initiative?
Oh,
Okay.
Because now we're in combat. Now we're in combat.
Okay.
All right, we'll clear that board. Let's
You don't have to clear it. If we re-roll, it'll pop up.
Oh, it'll do it? Okay,
Mhm,
cool.
It'll
Oh,
make
does
you
it?
ride.
Click your
Oh,
token.
that's cool. That's cool.
okay. I got the same
Worse
thing. I'm
than
fine.
last time.
We got the exact, because we were 6 and now we're both 5.
Wow.
We are so insane.
We're so in sync. It's because
That's
we're
why we're
running
best
together.
friends.
That's why we're
Yeah.
best of friends.
Yeah.
Violet and Molly. But no one knows Molly. Just
No.
Violet. Mm.
Oops, I didn't have my things.
Why am I only seeing that once? All right, stand by.
Yeah, it's only gonna roll. You only have 1 image, so if you want it to have a second initiative, you need to just add and then name it something. So it doesn't have a picture, just a name.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because you can't have 2 initiatives on the board.
Okay, so how do I do it?
Where you put like sort by descending order, that
Yes.
whole menu, just there's like a
Yes.
section to type a name. Just type in Alien Scout Initiative 2 or whatever, and then
Oh.
add it. And then you can put whatever number you want there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Patience, gentle viewer. We're going to fight an alien. All right.
Yeah, so
Here
you
we
can
go.
put their
We're gonna
initiatives.
play the game.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's more
Very
than
nice.
just manually type in the second one.
Thanks, Roll20. Okay.
Yeah, it's great. We love Roll20. It
We do.
does things and stuff for us.
It sure does. Am I missing anybody? No? Okay.
Just the Marines, but
Yeah.
Okay, but
And the
Bravo
Yacha.
team
Is distracted with
is distracted by the alien, and
Yeah.
they're pretty. And I'm gonna give them an initiative.
All right.
Yeah. The only people not on the
First,
board
it's
are Bravo
Granger's
team.
turn. Granger, what are you doing?
Well, I'm focused on the ugly thing that might kill Blaze once it's done with dinner. So I think I'll go ahead. I will aim, which I believe gives me with my fast action. I believe that gives me a +2 modifier. And then I will fire again from my perched position on the back of the loader. So that will give me +4 on this shot. 2 successes and a stress.
Okay, so we will remember that I'm not going to fuck you over again like I did on episode 3 or whatever.
Episodes
hit.
1 through like 4.
How dare you? We're trying not to do that. I'm bringing up one specific instance of Granger versus a snake alien. Thank you for that, Lindy. So, this is just DM. You can never shake it. So never.
DM
So
curse.
it's 2 plus it's 1 extra success plus the base damage of the rifle.
Okay, which should be 3.
Should be 3. So
I found a cute alien. Oh, look how cute. Oh, so less
Oh no, it's a lap hugger.
you hit it, and it glances off its armored carapace at the shoulder. Blaze, you hear Coleman being torn apart behind you.
Coleman or Blaze would probably let out a fuck, and he'd just turn and he'd
Full
wheel
auto?
about and turn around and just do a full auto burst at the thing, because that ain't a way for a person to die.
Cool.
Even though he tried to kill you, but come on. So yeah, he's gonna do a smart gun burst.
I don't know if he's gonna make it.
So
All
let's
right,
see,
now full
attack.
auto.
Yep.
Full auto is a +2, plus you take a stress.
Okay. So
Applicable,
plus 2
I
to the
feel, in this
mod.
situation.
Yep. Plus stress.
Fuck yeah.
Oh!
What's the base damage on a smart gun?
3.
3.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Here we go.
Whoa! Damn.
Wow.
That's like a direct hits too. Pow.
Wow, 7
Can I just-
damage, sucker.
Yeah, he's just gonna take it.
Waste him, Blaze.
yeah, but don't the aliens not die? They like roll on a chart or whatever.
Yeah,
Thank you.
they
Thank you.
do roll on a
Thank
chart,
you.
which
Oh,
hopefully
sorry.
we
Thank you.
roll the thing that says
Okay.
it
okay,
dies,
yes.
because that is an option on the chart.
It is.
It dies. Yeah.
Okay,
The
okay.
alien dies.
Okay. All right. Where's the alien? Fuck. Hold on, patience, gentle viewer. It's here somewhere.
Probably
You guys
under
fan out. Here we go.
section on
Stalker,
aliens.
scout drone. Here it is. Somebody roll a d6.
I got it.
You got it?
Wow, I found that really fast.
5.
5.
What to do?
Oh wait, that's the that's the attacks.
What's it do, precious?
God damn it. Hang on. Damn it.
What's
I
it
really
do?
I really want to know what happens to this thing. Okay, wait, we're gonna check the thing. And I invite my friends in the game to fan out
Yes,
with me
I'm
too.
looking as well.
Xenomorph damage chart.
Yes.
Chapter 11,
Page.
I don't think that's. God damn it!
In there somewhere.
Damage, injury.
Checking.
Fucker. Patience, gentle viewer. I want everyone to know how glad I am that they're watching this show. For the senses-shattering conclusion.
Oh man.
That's the human critical injuries, mental trauma. I'm gonna say that you.
There is a section.
Fucker. Or else we're just gonna be here all.
It may
fucking
only
night
be
with
specific
shark.
creatures.
I know. Ugh.
Damn it.
Rolled this chart before.
Is it on the? It's not on the DM screen. Bastard. I'm saying that you shoot it so hard that regardless of what happens, you fucking nail it, right? And we're going to go to
because it says page 151.
What?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be with the other section?
Xenomorph is reduced to 0 health. It isn't broken in the way human is. Instead, GM rolls a d6 on a special critical injury table on 151. Is that it?
That's neurological distortion disorder.
No, that's the permanent mental health. Okay.
Okay,
Right.
critical
More
injuries on xenomorphs, 5 to 6 torn apart. Instant death. Xenomorph is torn apart and crushed, emitting a final shriek. Severely mutilated, it can be analyzed with an observation -2.
That's what happens.
Whoa.
Okay. And it made it all worth it. Blaze greases this thing.
I mean, and it explodes.
It's on page
away.
291. Thanks, chat. And Becky.
And I am not rolling acid splash because you are not within short range.
What
You're at
about
medium
Coleman?
range. Coleman is dead.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's not.
Coleman
coming
is
back from-
dissolving.
I figured.
Coleman got a
Yeah.
face full of xeno acid after his horrible mutilations
Oh no.
Yeah.
and is a puddle on the ground. Blaze, or Granger, Violet, your comm squeaks. 3 minutes. Violet, there is another seismic charge coming in 1 round.
Oh, okay.
Race again.
I'll hug you real tight, Violet.
Oh, thanks.
The Yautja have made it to their ship, and the door is closing, and Heston is inside.
Heston's inside.
Oh,
Can we
no.
jump in with them? Or can we? We're probably too far away.
Heston's finally found his people. It's okay.
You're gonna let me kill stuff. This is great. Let's go hunting. Ugh.
Yeah, Heston's just gonna join the Predator.
He's just gonna become a Yautja, an honorary Yautja. That'd be great. Look forward to the Heston spin-off series.
Do you want me to keep moving Blaze forward? DM?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And we're
Okay,
going to...
He's sucking wind. He's running.
Just as you're sucking wind, all of you hear a engine breach the cloud line. And you can hear this thing coming. It's loud as shit. And the clouds are low. It's nighttime, but you can see its running lights and it's coming down. Meanwhile, the Yautja ship,
Do they chuck out
as
Heston?
the door closes,
No, does Heston get out?
Bye, Heston.
recloaks
Oh,
and
no,
disappears.
Heston.
Can I still see it?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna track it, I guess.
Heston?
Heston, can you hear us?
Yo, he has comms. Can he hear us over comms?
Maybe the comms can't get through.
I don't know. That's what
Oh,
Miss
no.
is trying. It's like holding my.
You can try to talk to him.
Heston? You didn't get off the ship.
You don't hear anything. You remember, Blaze, Brewer, that he turned his radio off.
Oh no, I never turned it back on.
Oh no.
I don't think he ever turned it back on.
Oh,
Damn it, Heston. Oh, he's my
I
favorite.
fucking love Heston. All right, here we go.
I hope he comes back with the healed up Yautja and like
What?
just fucking save us later.
I don't know why we'd want to see this character again. I think he's run his course, don't you?
We got a spin-off series.
So let's not spoil anything for the patient viewer. Let's spend 10 minutes looking for another chart instead. How about that? All right. You hear the radio squawk. 60 seconds.
Think the cloaked ship will move out of the way in time?
I have no idea, but we should probably check for, other creatures.
I'll pull out my binoculars and I'll scan the tree line where we saw those snake aliens earlier.
There are 4 snake aliens standing stock still at the tree line.
Alright, well, they haven't moved on us yet. They're still there. Still there.
We just need the shuttle to get here.
They're dead.
Has the second wave the tremor hasn't hit us yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
You're all getting a moment.
Okay.
Granger,
Can I,
go ahead.
I just want to make a check to see, is the ground beneath us unstable? Like, is the ground going to cave in beneath us kind of thing? Can I make some kind of check for that?
Can I just ask you gotta check your memory here, guys. When Dr. Gerald Walls, nay Philip Jeffries, was looking at the Predator communication gauntlet on the table, do you remember him saying out loud how dangerous it is?
Yeah, because he said,
Didn't he?
Don't touch that, it's a bomb.
Okay. Yeah. And Violet, based on, then you then scanned it, and it's a small thermonuclear device. Your calculations, if it is detonated underground, everything within a quarter mile will cave.
Okay. Do we have 60 seconds?
You have 120 seconds.
Fuck. All right, I'm over the comms because Blaze still has not.
Hover and open the door.
Yeah, Blaze still hasn't reached us yet, right?
Almost there though.
He's close.
He's
close.
Okay.
He's a fast action away.
Over the comms and transmitting to Gabriel so he knows, because I'm assuming he's controlling the shuttle. We have 2 minutes until the ground beneath us and everything in a quarter mile is obliterated. Hover the shuttle, jump on as fast as you can, and then we're fucking out of here.
You see, just as she says fucking out of here, the shuttle landing gear retracts, running lights come down, it buckles back a little bit, then comes down for a beautiful 4-point landing. Over its north. It's up here. To the north west of you.
Well,
and you all have time to run.
Wow.
Violet, the Predator, the Yautja ship is starting to come off the ground.
Snake alien.
And you can all hear like a really unique, high-pitched whine coming from where the Yautja ship was just a moment ago. As it settles and the landing ramp comes down, Violet, Granger, you hear, we are prepped for dust off.
Start.
Go!
There's a huge tremor as all of you move towards the thing. The ground shakes, but no one has to make a mobility check because you've gotten, it's not as strong as it was when you were over there. You make it onto the ramp. Who's last on? Brewer's not in his loader anymore.
I mean, technically Blaze?
I think once we get to
Yeah. It's Blaze. Everybody's making it on Blaze as you get within about 25 feet of the loading ramp. The entire ground shakes beneath your feet. Give me a mobility check.
Do you have any story points, Blaze?
You can spend a story point.
Spend a story point.
Brewer starts pulling out his
I
harpoon.
mean, if I have a story, yes, I have a story point.
That's one success automatically, and then you can roll for more successes.
Okay, there's a mobility. Then, do I add any modifiers to it, or just roll it?
Roll mobility.
Just roll it.
Okay,
Terrain's
roll.
flat.
So 3 successes.
Okay.
The ground shakes. You put one foot in front of the other, and you're closing the distance between you and the ramp. And just as you step up on it, everybody who's looking at Facility 292, the zoo, watches the inner biosphere closer to where Lab 1 is sink into the ground. And the ground begins to disappear closer and closer and closer, coming towards the ship. Gabriel says, strap yourselves in, stand by. The lamp begins to retract, and he's up off the ground moments before there is no ground. And he begins to gain altitude.
I count the snake aliens in the tree line to see if there's exactly as many as there were, as just make sure none jumped on the ship or something.
You can kind of see if you go up to the front and look out
binoculars,
they're just moving, standing stock still.
Good. Feel minutely better.
You look to your left and you see
Leonard.
Another,
but not Leonard.
Leonard.
We see not Leonard.
But it's not Leonard. His hair is a little different. He has a very clean part down the right side of his head.
That's right. What was your name?
Clearly takes his hair treatment. My name is Gabriel, Captain.
Yep, Gabriel. I knew that. Hello, Gabriel. Put that sticky note in there earlier, so.
Everybody hold tight, stand by. We'll be aboard the Remington before you know it. And he leans forward with the controls. All get pushed into your restraints. And there's a horrible roar as the dropship screams through the cloud line and back toward the Remington. And that is where we will end this white knuckle thrill ride. It's late. First of all, I'm gonna close out really quick and hand it to everybody. Thank you guys so much for staying up late. This was so fucking fun. And next adventure, we have a very special mystery guest, and we've got some serious ground to cover. So you won't want to miss the 22nd, Friday the 22nd. It's gonna be this fucking spectacular. It's gonna be great. I really appreciate all these players. My favorite part was Coleman's destruction. There's a lot of things that happened tonight that I didn't plan for, and I just love running for these people. I love listening to characters talking to each other, and I'm so glad that Blaze got a fucking clutch moment. I've been waiting for Blaze to do some shit for a while, and I thought that was awesome. And I love Brewer's perspective on the whole thing. And Wither Heston, who is now my new favorite NPC that I've ever had in my life. And I can't wait to see him again. So this is going to be the best. So I love this. Thank you for playing. I'm producer Trav. I play D&D here on Monday and Tuesday nights. Monday nights in particular are heating up. There's some really cool shit happening on Monday nights for my character that I'm really excited about. And then Ravenloft is, if you like watching people be tortured by horrible monsters in an endless, maddening journey through the Ravenloft vast wastes, then Tuesday
It was only
is
sap
for you.
demons. There was only a lot of schlorping this past
There's
Tuesday.
a lot of schlorping. If you want to see
In
Lindy
and out.
unleashed and smacking her lips, torturing her players, that's the thing. That's the time to do it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the 22nd.
Yes, so
Happy
that
Alien
was
Day.
our... And where can we find you, our wonderful GM? Where can we find you? Besides
I
Mondays
don't
and
know.
Tuesday.
I produce WebDM. I'm on Twitter as producer Trav. I'm on Encounter Roleplay on Fridays. I'm working on some stuff, man. Follow me on Twitter because I've got some stuff cooking up. I'm having a little bit of a creative thrust.
If you like
here, so.
aliens, the recipe that is this aliens show, you'll like everything else Travis is cooking up.
What?
Someone who's always got some crazy cool ideas cooking up would be D20 Coup de Grace. How was that for you? What was your favorite part? Where did we find
Oh
you?
man, hell of a game. Always is with aliens. Love it.
So stressed.
Oh boy, man. Let's see. Favorite part. so hard to pick out. Well, okay. I really like the situation that Coleman and Blaze got in the lab 1. Although I'm disappointed in you, Blaze. Come on, man. He's one of us. He's one of us. He's out of his mind.
Well, no one knows now that Blaze shot him because, as far
It's
as we know,
true,
the
I was gonna
alien just
say.
ate him.
All fairness, though, he leveled the gun at my face, so it's
I mean,
either
Brewer
him or
doesn't
me.
know, but
I love it. Love it.
But awesome game, thank you. Find me playing Mondays and Tuesdays with these fine people. Can't wait to do it again.
Yes, not this Friday, but next Friday, the 22nd. Someone who is an amazing person I love playing with, Nugasaurus.
Hi. I'm Nugasaurus. Tonight I played Violet 6, the synthetic human who, had a lot of data coming in today and had a lot to process. There was a ton of shit going on, so that was fun. You can find me here on Mondays and Tuesdays playing a bunch of really cool characters, and on my own channel I do random streaming of random games. It's fun. My favorite part was name dropping McKeelson's real name and nobody hearing it. That was I love it. I love it. Best friends for life. It's fantastic. Yeah.
All right. I loved that. Super great. Definitely intense stuff with Coleman. Rip. He was the nearest warm, tasty thing to the alien. The second nearest warm, tasty thing was Blaze. Shiny Pilot, how was that for you?
Good, warm and tasty. And that was a fun episode. I was kind of surprised at the leveling the gun at the face by Coleman to Blaze's character.
Man.
He reacted how he thought he would react. It's confusing talking about your own character in a third person. Anyways, Shiny Pilot, Twitch, Twitter here with Lindy and this wonderful gang, playing all of our fun games on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then our Aliens game. Looking forward to the next game to see what happens. I'm glad we all survived. I figured the nuke was going to kill us. Maybe some aliens on the way out. Thankfully, they only killed Coleman, so yeah, it was great. Favorite part. I mean, I did like the killing of the alien and the gun in the face. Like, there was a lot of intense action going on at the end that just it really pulled me in there. And Travis does a really good job describing the action sequences and the scenes and the stress and the things that are happening. So I really enjoy that. So thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, it was great. Look forward to the next game.
Wonderful, wonderful. Someone who has a lot of information as well, and we just have to wait to see what they do with it, would be Granger. Perception check, how was that for you?
Oh, this is a great show. I was dead tired, and this just got me wide awake again. And now, so I don't know. Travis, amazing as always. Best parts. Blaze was the star of the show. He was the Marine all the Marines wish they were. He went back. He did his thing. He stood his ground. Last man out. Yeah, Blaze was the man. And Heston, I cannot wait for this Heston spinoff.
Yes,
Heston Yaucha, that's his name now, and so it's gonna be great. He's gonna come in, he's gonna have skulls all over him. He's gonna be like naked from the down to his waist, just skulls and tattoos, two of those spinny hand things that you've got, and he's just gonna be a badass animal wannabe. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. And it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun riding as the ammunition on the loader for Brewer as he ran around. I was the armament he had on the loader, so that was a lot of fun. So yeah, good times. You can catch me here on Mondays when I run Mondays in Exandria with these fine people. Tuesdays when I just hate all the things that Lindy throws at us and Mr. Ravenloft from that damn book that Nugget got her, and then here on Fridays when we have a chance to play. So yeah, great. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Some of my favorite moments tonight was Travis's NPC work. I loved when Kennedy and Heston pulled Brewer and Blaze aside and were like, look, we're with you guys if Coleman goes. So that was a good scene. I also loved how fucking confused Chow was upon waking up. Like, where the fuck am I? And why is everything hurt? Like, it was just can't wait for Chow to wake up again, but back on the Remington. That's gonna be poor Chow. Chow's like right now Chow is living every toddler's life where you wake up, you do things, you nap, you wake up from the nap, you're in a completely different place. Everyone's doing different stuff around you. You don't know what's going on. You know, it's one of those things. Fall asleep in the car. Suddenly your destination. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, I liked what the chat says with Heston and the Predators could be a band. Yes, we need that spin-off series / episode, one shot, whatever. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be great. But you can find us here, not next Friday, but the Friday after, the 22nd. Probably around the same bat time, definitely the same bat channel for more Aliens, and we will have a special guest with us, and it's gonna be super duper happy fun times. Definitely not stressful times. I'm not stressed, you're stressed. But yeah, you can find us here every Monday and Tuesday, health and real life stuff permitting. For D&D 5e, and next Saturday morning you can find us for Teenagers from Outer Space, which I believe is the 16th. Sounds about right. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Those are actual super happy fun times. So check it out. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we will catch you hopefully for our next episode of Aliens. Till then, stay safe and don't let the facehuggers bite.